Well, hello everybody and welcome to LoBricks Live. It is Sunday night and we'll get started here in a minute. It's going to be just me tonight, Leaky. Assistant had a long day and he is currently sleeping, so he may come down and see us, he may not. Just a quick shout out, if anyone's in the chat room, just let me know if you can hear me, and we'll get started here in just a minute or two. Well, hello, Carter. Looking good. Can you hear me okay out there, Carter? All right. Hello, Alyssa. Welcome. All right. Well, tonight on LoBricks Live, as you can tell, we are in the Mos Pelgo section of the MOC. And I am at the very end of the live stream tonight. Instead of just showing you just this one part, I am going to take you on a quick tour of the MOC. It's been a while since we did that. Cool. Thanks, Carter. Thanks for hearing me loud and clear. Welcome, Jonathan. So tonight, what are we going to be doing for the next hour? Well, we are putting a brand new building into Mos Pelgo. This is the bar, and I'm going to give you a quick look at it here. This is, you guys probably have noticed that I'm pretty obsessed with Season 2, Episode 9 of The Mandalorian. This is the Cobb Vanth Crate Dragon episode. So this is the Mos Pelgo bar, where they had a showdown between Cobb Vanth, wearing the Boba Fett armor, and Mandalorian. And then Baby Yoda is over here playing around with a spittoon, which is kind of gross. And then here is the bartender, who actually was a same species as a creature from Jabba's palace. So I actually stole the minifigure for Jabba's palace, and I'll have a look at this guy. So we are going to be putting this, we're going to be finishing it off and then putting it on the board. To do that, I actually have to move this building out a little bit. And then you'll also notice I have this pile of bricks over here. So if there's time left, I am going to be adding on to kind of the texture of the dunes, but we'll see how it goes. And then, like I said, at the very end, I'm going to scroll the camera around so you can see the MOC in its current state and a couple of things that we've done. We are on purpose hiding the Crate Dragon area over here just in case we got started on it, but you can see a little bit right over here. You can see something really bad in green happen to one of the Tusken Raiders. So that is going to be coming in videos in a few weeks. So with that, I'm going to get started by putting this bar together. So first and foremost, got to get the bartender put in here right. One more look at the bartender. And then we are going to put the top on this guy. And you'll notice there was only kind of 2 seats in there. We had to keep this bar fairly small. We don't have a ton of room over here in Mos Pelgo. And then here is the other roof piece. And kind of like the UCS Cantina, I wanted to have a roof piece that you could remove to see the inside of the bar. Same thing with the dome that you can fold up and fold down. So here is the other roof piece on the bar. And a couple of things coming up this week, guys, just to tell you about before we get too far into this. We are doing another Wednesday MOC video this week, and you saw this week we are actually going to be seeing, and I guess I'll show them really quick, Boba Fett, and it is also going to be in the Mos Pelgo area, but I am actually going to be walking you around Mos Pelgo and what we did in the last live stream. So that's coming up this Wednesday. And Assistant has gone minifigure happy. He's been ordering minifigures from all of the series all over the place. So he's doing those videos on Friday. And then also, every other week at our live stream, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So next week, I'm going to be doing a Q&A with the viewers. If you show up, I will answer your questions. Whatever you want. You can ask me about the MOC. You can ask me about LoBricks, Legos. You can ask me, about assistant, myself, whatever you want, we will answer. So let's get back to moving these buildings around. So this building is going to have to move forward probably I counted about 6 spaces in order for the bar to fit behind it, to kind of sneak in behind it. And we are right up against the edge of the board here, so it's going to be tricky. So first, let's remove this building. Actually, that's why I have our little brick removers here, because this is going to be tricky. I've never quite learned how to use the brick removers, so I might actually end up destroying what Assistant did in Moss Pelgo. So since he's not here, he doesn't really get to say. So if I do destroy Moss Pelgo, I'm just going to say it's all his fault. So let's see if we can get some of the other parts up here. And in the last live stream, if you guys remember, we built the Trouble at Tatooine set, and pretty much Assistant kicked my butt. So I am not the most adept at Lego building. All right, I'm actually going to cheat. Don't tell Assistant, and take this whole board off. Get these pieces off. Because they are on there good. Assistant really got these on here. So how's everybody doing tonight? And thanks for coming to watch us and joining us here in our live stream. I think this is our 5th live stream, if I'm not mistaken. And it's my first solo live stream, so if I totally screw this up, we'll know that Assistant needs to be in here more often. All right, let's get this guy back in there. Take off that corner. Uh-oh, knocked over the moisture evaporator. Cool, Carter. I'm glad you're doing well. We're doing well here, and we're in Michigan. It's cold here. It's really cold, but we're doing okay. We're hanging in there. Okay, so let's get this bar kind of snugged right up against to where this building is. And we will, I'm going to add some of the road details later. But fits pretty well. It doesn't take up too much room. Let's just stick that there for now. And I always forget I have to join the edges of the MOC together, or the entire MOC collapses. Assistant gets very upset when I do that. All right, let's rebuild kind of the front. And I know this one, the floor of or I should say the street, is one higher than the building next to it. So I'm going to have to kind of build down to fit them together here. And hopefully you can see it on camera. But filling in the space between the buildings right now. Lock this one down. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have been going to Target and Walmart and all those places, and the Lego aisles are completely empty. Wherever I go, there's no Lego aisles. Xanderland, welcome! An old, let's see if I get this right, Garandin fan, 290. Garandan saying the Slave One will look really good in Tatooine. Slave One! Triggered. Yeah, so the Slave one right here, it's just off camera for now. It's up hanging here, and I know we were talking about replacing the Razor Crest. I don't want to replace the Razor Crest. I was really upset when they blew up the Razor Crest in Mandalorian. That upset me. So, but I know. If it's not in the show, do we want it in our MOC? So we might have to do something about that, like put the Slave one in there. So we shall see. All right, I think this is just about done. I'm going to put the trash can in front of this one. We got a little can in front of this. We got a box in the back with a bone. Not sure if you can see that. So I think this is going to be our last building in Mos Pelgo. And for those of you just joining, we added the bar to Mos Pelgo. So now we kind of have 3 buildings. It doesn't look like basically just 2 Ben's huts. So, oh, we got one more thing put in the back of this building. Got another little box that just fits back here. What's in this box? Ah, gotta love Assistant. Oh no, it's one of I thought it was a minifigure head, like it was Aj Ventress or something, but it's just a little remote that Luke uses to do his lightsaber practice. So I just gave away that these 2 are actually from the Ben's Hut set. So, all right. So what's going on in the so Xanderland? I know. It's actually overtaken the Slave One 20th anniversary as his favorite Lego set of all time. Me too. I mean, I put together the Razor Crest, and it was fantastic. I gotta be honest, when I put together the UCS Cantina, that was cool, but the Razor Crest was cooler. But you can't get it. It's like out of stock everywhere. I went to Bricks and Minifigs today. That's a store near us. And basically they had one for $170, and it's $129 on Lego.com if you can get them. But man, everywhere, Walmart, Target, Kohl's, everywhere. There is no Lego sets anywhere. So I guess people are going to start shelling out money if they really want to get the sets. So Jonathan, what's my favorite Star Wars character? Oh man, I got to say Boba Fett. I mean, I'm not just playing to the audience here tonight. I know you guys mentioned the Slave One, but I love Boba Fett. And then basically in order after that, I really like Han Solo. A lot of guys my age like Han Solo, and others. And you know, it's funny, people my age, we're not big fans of Luke. So, and Garandan fan, Lego does need to really make a molded Bantha, because this is still a little small. If you put this guy next to the dewback, it still looks tiny. I definitely want a molded Bantha. And I remember and you guys might know this, but in one of the Lego Star Wars video games, they actually had a Bantha, like they had one in the game, and I was like, oh, they're gonna make a molded Bantha, and they never did. Welcome, Turtle Snack. All right, Xanderland. Mando Speeder is the best part of the Trouble and Tatooine set. Rest in peace. Yes. So, yep, here is the shuttle. Notice my Baby Yoda is missing because I put him inside the bar next to the spittoon, but I'll put him back in there soon. Very soon. Have I heard of 76119 Batmobile Pursuit of Joker? Favorite? I don't, it's funny. I have not done any Star Wars Lego sets. Maybe I should branch out. So you guys are probably, now that we've got this building down, you're under this big pile of bricks here. A lot of folks in our comments have been saying we want to texture out the dunes and the sand. So we're going to do that. That's what I'm going to be doing kind of now for the rest of the live stream. I'm just going to make some texture, and definitely using these little 1x1s. Everybody's saying, you got to use more of those. So definitely going to be doing that. Oh, so Garandan fan, you're in Chile. So there was another guy, Diego Badilla, was in Chile. I think we were in chat on Wednesday, and he was saying that your traffic in Chile is just awful. So it's like the worst traffic ever. He was like in traffic for almost an hour. They did that. It was the Legos Complete Saga. Cool. Thank you, Carter. And are you guys looking forward to the new Lego Star Wars game? The Complete Skywalker Saga. I'm looking forward to it, but I heard they changed up the game mechanics, so, and I guess it's supposed to be a lot better, so we'll see. I'm definitely getting my hands on that as soon as it comes out. Batmobile from 76, such a 1989 Batman movie. Ah, yes, Jack Nicholson, Tim Burton. He was a good Joker. So I'm not going to lie to you guys, I am not the best at texturing groundwork like System is. He's kind of the master texturer, so I hope I don't screw this up too much. But since he's not here, then if he doesn't like it, he's going to have to fix it. So the whole game is going to be made of Legos this time. That is cool. That is very cool. No more CGI, eh? Like the Lego movies. So I always wonder what the right combination is. And I was watching this YouTube video for kind of placing land down. And a guy that is one of the bricklings on LoBricks is GM Productions. I was watching a video he was doing on how he lays groundwork. And he said just kind of make it random. Don't make it too blocky. Don't make it too square. But make sure that you do leave some 1x1 bricks just kind of hanging off there in the distance. Also, there's a code in the new from the Razor Crest. Are you gonna? You can unlock the Razor Crest in the game. Oh, I'm glad I got the Razor Crest. Oh, so in Chile, Garandan fan, the Trouble in Tatooine just showed up, just came out there. I think you can still get Trouble at Tatooine here. I've seen it in a few places. Our Lego aisles are bare. Now, one thing I've not seen yet in any stores, I think you can order it on Lego.com, was the TIE Fighter or the new X-Wing fighter. I have not seen those anywhere, not in any stores, and I think they're both out, so I don't know why they're not showing up yet. I'm assuming it's just shipping delays and all that good stuff. Welcome. And is it Gwyn Reactions? Let's see. Gwyn Reactions. The Lego Movie CGI. Yes. Yes, it is CGI. I love the sarcasm, though. Fantastic. So how much of these should I connect, and how much of these should I just kind of have floating around? Can you guys even see what I'm doing here? Making my little ground texture. Well, I am going to check out my instructions as soon as I get off Sanderling, because I want the Razor Crest in that new game until it blows up, I guess. So, and over here, to the left is where Jabba's palace is going to be. So I don't want to go too crazy or go too far this way. And I literally, today, guys, I don't have it in my hands yet, but I finally bought, I had to eBay it. I got both the Rancor pit and Jabba's palace. And Assistant, when he was younger, he got Jabba's palace for Christmas or something. And so there's pieces of it laying around here. See, I found Jabba, I found some of the tower. Can't find the Gamorrean guard. Butchering that. But I've never seen the Rancor pit set, so I'm really excited to get that. And that means we're going to start on Jabba's palace soon. But first, I want to do the Crate Dragon, which is going to be over here. And I guess you can kind of see right here a Tusken Raider covered in acid. We'll see. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's kind of given away. That's a little bit of a sneak peek. Vest in the Bounty Hunter Speeder Bike Battle Pack. I actually have that one. Let's see. I don't think you can see them, but I got the I got the four Mandalorians up here that came with it. I actually love that set, and it's not that expensive. I think, what is it, like $14, $15? There's the four Mandalorians that came with the set. It's very cool, and it's cheap, and you get four Mandalorians with it, so, you know, that's awesome. Now, you don't get the, you know, the fancy Beskar Mando like you do at Trouble at Tatooine, but what do you guys think of how much money the sets are lately? Like Trouble at Tatooine, $29.99. I thought that was a fair price, but I don't know. These new $50 X-Wing and TIE Fighters, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I think people think they're for the money, they're good, but I guess I got to get my hands on one before I reserve any judgment. Oh, Xanderland, I don't know if I know what the Bounty Hunter one is. The Bounty Hunter Speeder Bike Battle Pack. Yeah, because this, the Mandalorian Battle Pack set I got came with like a little bike. It was just like a little ship. And then it came with like a little Mandalorian base. So I don't know if I'm familiar with the Mandalorian Speeder Bike Battle Pack. You're not talking about the Trouble at Tatooine, are you, that comes with this guy? You're talking about something else. Oh, you got both of them, eh, Xanderland? Mediocre, eh? What do you think of the price of them? Was it worth 50 bucks? All right, let's hopefully this is looking okay. Might be a little, maybe I'm filling in too much there. Probably should leave some holes in the middle of this. I will start doing that now. I'll leave some... Oh, I know what you're talking about now, Xanderland. It comes with Bosk in IG-88. I think that's where the Bosk figure came from. The only time you can get... I think he's called a Trandoshan. I think the only place you can get him other than that set was in the new Cantina set, where you get, not Bosk, but you get a Trandoshan. I do remember that set. That thing is like, it's a fortune now to get that. Yeah, and I know with the Slave 1, we got Zuckuss and Forlom. Do you guys remember what other bounty hunters came in that set? I know it was Bosk and Dengar, yep. I like to call Dengar Diaper Head, because he's basically wearing a diaper on his head. Alright, I'm going to leave a little more texture here. I can't just literally layer on a second layer of tan pieces. I'll leave some holes. So how's this looking so far, guys? Should I leave some more holes in here? Enough spaces? Hey, AC Fink, what is my favorite Star Wars Lego set? Yes, Matt Noko, he knows me well. It is definitely the UCS Cantina set. And I guess we should talk about like sets in different categories, because the UCS Cantina set's $350. It's ridiculous. Comes with 22 minifigures, so that is awesome. But how about under 100 bucks? The Razor Crest. Well, that's $130. I love the Razor Crest. That is probably my favorite. It's a toss-up between that and the UCS Cantina. You know, and this is going to sound stupid. You guys are probably going to beat me up for this, but I do like those Landspeeder sets that come out. But again, remember, I'm 51. I'm kind of original trilogy, but it was just nice every, Christmas. It was almost like I could go into Walmart and see a $20 Landspeeder. It always came with Luke and Ben. It was weird because it never came with R2-D2. Actually, I think it did. It came with R2-D2 and C-3PO. But, so that was probably my favorite, like, $20, $25 set. Oh, okay. So Gary and Faneuil got 4 from Empire Strikes Back. You got IG-88, Boba Fett, Zuckuss, and Forlom. And Bosk. Yeah, and Bosk, if you go to Bricklink, he's actually not bad. I think they want like $6 for him, so it's not terrible. So if there's other things you want to get off of Bricklink, you could pick yourself a Bosk up pretty cheap. I think that Bounty Hunter set is insane. It's very expensive now. I want to say, I don't know, Xanderland, maybe you know. I was thinking when I saw it on eBay, and that doesn't say much, but I thought it was like $80 or something. Don't know if that's worth it. And Bosk is very detailed. In fact, the new Trandoshan that came with the UCS Cantina, I was looking at him side by side with Bosk, and they did the same level of detail, and they made him... So Bosk was a little greener, I think, and the guy in the Cantina is a little tanner. He's got a slightly different facial expression, but they did do really good detail in those. Alright, maybe I'll make a little hill, like a little tiny mini dune. An assistant always gets mad at me when I improvise like this. But he's not here, so tough rocks, assistant. Oh, gotta... Just a little tiny dune, nothing fancy. Nothing to get worried about, assistant, if you're seeing this later. Jedi Knight, Plastic, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming tonight, guys. And thanks everybody for being here. It's awful lonely if I'm just in here by myself playing with my Legos. Especially since Assistant's not here. You guys should give him some noise in his next minifigures video. Say, hey man, where are you on the live stream? Come on. Leaky's kind of lost by himself. Yes, Zuckuss and Forlom came with the Slave 1 set, which I was kind of surprised. And I was glad to get a Han Solo that fit. A Frozen Han Solo and a Han Solo, although I don't think the, I don't know if, not sure if the actual Han Solo minifigure, let me pull him off the wall here. In fact, I got Zuckuss and Forlom right here too. Here's Zuckuss and Forlom. I'd pan up to show you the Slave 1. It's literally right here, but I'd probably never be able to pan back, and you'd be staring at the ceiling for an hour. But, so I heard in an older Frozen Han Solo set, might have been Jabba's Palace, which I'm getting in the mail soon, that Han literally fit right into the Frozen Han Solo piece. It doesn't really do that in the Slave 1, but I was glad to get Han and Frozen Han, and there's Zuckuss and Forlom right there. And I got IG-11, who came with the Razor Crest. I don't have IG-88, but I just pretend that's IG-88. So, and Boska's in the Cantina, so I'll have to get him a little later. Oh, the carbon freezing chamber. Is that from like the Cloud City Betrayal? Okay. So I was in, speaking of Cloud City Betrayal, I was in the Bricks and Minifig shop on Thursday, and he had in there the original, like, 1998 Cloud City set, and he wanted $2,000 for it. That's where everybody had the yellow heads, except for Lando, and it looked really funky, but $2,000. And I heard that was the... He was telling me that, like, that's the grandpapa of all Star Wars sets. That's, like, the one that everybody wants, and it's extremely hard to get a hold of. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because it was one of the very first Star Wars sets. You guys might know better than me. Alright, let me layer up some detail here. Let me put This is just a little tiny dune. As you guys know, I'm not the best dune maker. I'll leave that to assistant. Now this will work. This will do in a pinch, right? Right, guys? Put some one-piecers down here. Just fill in some of the corners so it doesn't look so boxy. You'd think after all of this building of Tatooine I'd get better at my land work, but I've still got a ways to go, I think. Oh, I saw it, Xanderland. I just saw your comment on the original Slave one. That is terrible. That thing is just awful. I wonder if that came out at the same time as that super expensive Cloud City set. But that thing, man, I think it was only like 170 some bricks or something. It wasn't, I mean, it was kind of junky. So, assistant's going to come down here tomorrow and go, what did you do? What did you build here? Why is there no gaps in between your sand dunes? And I don't really want to go much further this way, because I'm starting to get in the Jabba's palace land as I move over here. So does anyone out there have the Rancor pit set? $125 parts. Thank you, Xanderland. That's what I was curious about. So that I literally won the bid tonight on eBay. Got my Rancor pit, which we're going to put in the Jabba's palace, and I was like, man, only 358 pieces, but it's got 3 minifigures, comes with a Gamorrean guard, no Jabba, but that's fine. He's coming with the palace. So. Oh, you have it, Nat? You got it? What do you think of it? Is it, we're going to have to put a lot of detail around it? Oh, yeah, Xanderland, I forgot. You love Tron. I forgot about that. Yeah, I have never seen a Tron Lego set. When did those come out? That had to be, well, when Tron Legacy came out, what was that? 10 years ago? Something like that? Let's put... Man, I wish I would have left little gaps in there. If I try to pull it up now, it's going to be bad. Very bad. Let's see. How hard would that be? If I flip the monitor over, if I flip the whole MOC over, then I'm going to blame Assistant, because he left me here by myself tonight, so it's his fault. Oh, the compatibility with the Palace. Yeah, does it, it literally fits. That's right, the Palace kind of fits right on top. I don't know, is there, in the Palace, is there literally like the little grate that Luke Skywalker falls through? Tron Legacy came out in 2010. Yeah, I'll have to go back and I'll have to check those Lego sets out. I'll have to see. I'm sure somebody has a YouTube video on them. Yeah, I don't think those are coming out. I should have left more of a hole in there. I'll let Assistant fix that. Okay, let's move over here. So you notice I'm still trying to keep this somewhat modular, because literally when we take this to Brickworld, if Brickworld happens, I'm going to have to take this entire section out, and I don't want to leave, I have to leave a spot where I can split. As you can see, here's kind of the gaps in our tiles. I'll lift that one up. But if we do too much groundwork, we'll never get this out of here. So I'm going to take it a little easy on the groundwork. We went to the Lego store, and oh, there is a great Jedi Knight. Cool, cool. So I was, like I was saying, I was at Bricks and Minifigs, and the only two tan pieces that they had in Pick-a-Brick were these two. They had all kinds of other ones, and we must have probably, and I think for one of these jugs, One of these is 15 bucks at the Lego store. They fill it up for 15 bucks. But the guys were pretty cool. Once again, they stuffed it in there and they taped it down. So I think we got a lot of bang for our buck from the Lego store. But we probably have 6 buckets of these super long pieces and 4x pieces. So we're really going to have to kind of make those count for the groundwork on the MOC. So that's why I keep using these longer pieces. I think I have some 3x pieces here. Yep, I do. Good. So it doesn't look so... Tron Lego set was $34.99. Oh, it was an idea set. Okay. So yeah, Trandoshan, love my Bantha convoy here. And that was all I could fit. I got one more Bantha up by the Sandcrawler. I always wanted, I don't know why, they never showed like the Legos and the Tusken Raiders together. I think there was one scene from Attack of the Clones where maybe, oh no, Anakin was going to see the Jawas to find out what the Tusken Raiders are. So where I have my 4th Bantha is like the Tusken Raiders negotiating with the Jawas, and the Jawas have all kinds of guns trained on the Tusken Raiders. I'm just imagining that they do not like each other. Are they ever going to have another Tron movie, Xanderland? Benny's Space Squad. Oh, Benny. Actually, Assistant, we got the Lego Movie 2 minifigures. They had them at Kohl's for some strange reason. We got them. And we got Benny, the space guy, in the Kohl's, in the minifigure set. And I wanted to put Benny in the cantina. You know, I have the one white space guy. He's all wearing all white clothes. I was going to put Benny in there. And Simpson's like, no, Benny, there wasn't a blue space guy in the cantina. But I'm like, we'll have a little Easter egg. You know, put Benny in there. Come on. Love Benny. Oh, so it's a battle pack like for space astronauts. Very interesting. All right. So how are we doing on time here? 8:37, not bad. So one thing I'm going to do, probably right around the 8:50 mark, I'm going to pick up the camera and I'm going to kind of take it around the MOC. And hopefully I don't knock stuff over. But while I do that, it'll be hard to see the chat. But since you wanted to thank you guys for coming tonight, I wanted to show you where we stand. The only part, again, that I don't really want to show you is over here. Other than a little tiny sneak peek here. Let me just a bit so you can see the acid-covered Tusken Raiders over here. Because really the next real part of the MOC we're going to work on is the Crate Dragon area. However, Assistant's got some more work to do on Mos Eisley that he wants to do. Oh, yeah, I turned it at, I know I'm on like a 30-second delay. I was worried I turned it too much and showed you guys too much, but I didn't. You just saw the acid-covered Tusken Raiders. Oh, Trandoshan, like the stories we're putting on the MOC. Yeah, you know, it's funny, we're hit or miss with the stories. I know, and I think it was you that was saying, somebody was saying how we had literally Garandon looking at R2-D2 and C-3PO, and R2-D2 and C-3PO were right down the hallway. So, yeah, but we always want to have these little, like, stories on the MOC. That was our whole idea, was to have the MOC full of little scenes. That was the whole deal. And, you know, because we're getting towards the end here. I don't know if you guys remember, we had episode 18 was, like, the halfway point. And I think it was a little less than the halfway point, where every time we add a new piece to the MOC, we're like, oh my gosh, we still have so much more to do. But we're starting, now that I got, you know, my final kind of expensive purchase, now that I got the Rancor Pit and Jabba's Palace, I'm starting to feel like I'm seeing an end in sight of this MOC. But now I have to figure out where the heck am I going to put this MOC before I build the next one. Because I don't want to tear this thing down. I know a lot of guys that build their MOCs, they build them and they tear them down. I'm like, oh man, after all that work. So I got to find somewhere to store this. Do you guys got any room in your basement? I'll just store it at one of your guys' house. Just kidding. All right, what's going on? I think it's very possible. Yeah, I was wondering Book of Boba, because you're right. The whole show is basically, that's going to be his base of operations, and yeah, it would be definitely a whole plethora of new minifigures. We'll probably get one of oh shoot, I can't remember her name. The bounty hunter that he rebuilt her stomach. We'll probably get one of her. But I had heard a rumor that, maybe it's more than a rumor, that they might actually do a minifigure Star Wars series, which would be awesome, like a minifigure set of Star Wars. And I want that, but at the same time, it's like, I know they don't, whenever they say something's exclusive, they really don't reprint exclusives, but yeah, I'm not, who cares? I want one. I want a Star Wars minifigure set. I did Jedi Knight. I literally, so I don't have them in my hands yet, but I literally was bidding on them on eBay, and I got them both for a fairly good price. I just won the Rancor Pit tonight, and I won Jabba's Palace a few days ago, so they're going to be here in about 2 weeks. So I got them, and we're going to put them on the MOC. But we got a little crate dragon work and mountain work to do over here. Fennec Shand, that's it. That's her. Yeah, she's a great character too. There was a lot of great characters this season on Mandalorian. Pretty happy. Oh, Xanderland, I do love Lego's Pirates of the Caribbean. So, Assistant, when he was younger, he got a Black Pearl. And, you know, you guys were asking earlier what my favorite set is. And the Black Pearl was awesome. That thing was so cool. And the Davy Jones minifigure, if I'm remembering correctly, that was also very, very cool. Yeah, we got to see the other bounty hunters. Are you guys familiar with a guy from the comic books named Valance? He's kind of a, he's almost like a cyborg bounty hunter. I'm on this other podcast called Tales from the Dark Side, and the guys on that show talk about Valance quite a bit. And he's in the current Marvel series called Bounty Hunters. It's a Marvel comic book series. I think they're like on episode 9 or something. And all the bounty hunters are in that. You got Bosk, you got, actually not all of them, you got Bosk and Boba Fett, but they also have this Valance. So that would be very cool. Three Mandalorian sets. So Xanderland, 3 Mandalorian sets. I heard there was one other set coming out this year. I'm not sure what it is or if they've leaked it. And I thought maybe, I think M&R Productions talked about the sets for the rest of this year, but they had to take his video down because it was like something to do with copyright or something. So when you say 3 Mandalorian sets, you're talking more than Trouble at Tatooine and Razor Crest, right? Star Wars CMFs. What's a CMF? You lost me, Trandoshan. I'm old, so don't make fun of me because I don't know what that is. Oh, the Stormtrooper transport from the Mandalorian. Yeah, I guess they do probably have to make something that's not Tatooine based. So, I definitely will get that. And as you guys know, I'm in the 501st. I dress up like a Stormtrooper in my spare time. And so the 501st Battle Pack was very cool. But, man, I am now addicted. I'm like buying all of the Star Wars sets. I haven't bought the TIE Fighter and the X-Wing Fighter yet. And I'm always trying to justify it. I'm like, well, maybe they were flying over Tatooine. And I definitely want to do that. And Diego Bandila, who, I don't know if you're still in here, Garandan fan, but your fellow Chilean, he made me promise that I would put a T-16 Skyhopper flying over Mos Eisley. So, Assistant wants to put a UCS Millennium Falcon flying over over the MOC, but it would be like when the Star Destroyer was over, what was that, Jeddah in Rogue One. I'm like, that's just too big. Can't put a UCS Millennium Falcon. I can't use that as an excuse to buy one. Just that it's flying over Tatooine. Collectible minifigure. I got you. You mean like You mean like a set? And like you said, there'd be one for each trilogy, one for the animated show. That would be so cool. I'm following you now, Trandoshan. Luke the Nuke! Welcome! Hey, Luke the Nuke, do you know that the assistant, my assistant, he's in bed. He's sleeping right now, and he made me do this live stream all by myself. So if you want to come over and drag him out of bed and join me in LoBricks Studios, you are welcome to it. Bring an air horn. Go up into his room and just blow it right in his ear. All right. How are we doing on time here? 8:45. Okay, 5 more minutes, and I'm going to walk you around the MOC. See where it is. And I actually did, I don't know how many of you guys watched the rusted transport video that I launched last week, but I actually made it more rusty. So I'm going to try to show you that if I don't literally pull the camera right out of the computer. Oh yeah, definitely play Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. We were talking about that a little earlier, Jedi Knight, about the new, what is it, the Skywalker Saga, and how it's going to be all Legos, and looking forward to that. But the Complete Saga is where they actually have a real molded Bantha, at least in the game, and they don't, you know, and that's what I want, especially if there's some UCS. Like, imagine a UCS Jabba's Palace. Actually, there probably wouldn't be a Bantha in that, but I don't know, maybe a UCS Mos Pelgo. That would be cool. Oh, I didn't know there was a new Bosk fig and an old Boss fig. I know there's the new Trandoshan that they have in the Cantina. So this is probably the last live stream we're going to do in this area. We're probably going to start to do a live stream over on the other side. And although now we'll probably do something with Jabba's Palace. Gotta have a live stream with Jabba's Palace. And so, hey, I have one more question for you guys. The Jabba Palace minifigures. There was basically a sail barge, which we're not going to have. We were going to have the Sarlacc pit and sail barge, but we replaced that with the Crate Dragon Mountain over here. So the minifigures that are out there for Jabba's Palace, they got Max Rebo, the little blue guy, but he is literally like, there's like, I think $26 for just him, for Max Rebo. And I don't think they have anyone else from the band other than I think the guy playing the drums is the same species, and maybe the guy that was on the skiff that looks like this guy, the guy that was banging on the drums. So, but yeah, I'm going to have to see what other minifigures I'm missing from the Jabba's Palace set and fill in the blanks. So Garandan fan, how long after they come out here in the U.S. do they come out in Chile to the set? So are they about, like, we got the Trouble on Tatooine on January 6th. Did you have to order them online and then you have to wait for them? So you're just getting those now. Yep, old Max Rebo. They want $26 for that guy right now on Bricklink. Alright, I think I'll get a little closer. I don't want to get too crazy because we're getting towards the end here. A little closer to the edge. Yeah, Slave Leia comes in the sail barge. Now, I was at Bricks, I already said this, so I'm repeating myself, but at Bricks and Minifigs, they did have a Slave Leia there, and she was pretty inexpensive. I think he wanted like $8 for her, but it looked like they had several different Slave Leias. So I don't know how many different sets she was in, but I saw at least 2 versions of her at Bricks and Minifig. He didn't have Max Rebo, and I went online to Bricklink, and $26 they want for that little blue guy. I'm like, come on. For one minifigure, that's a lot. We'll see you, Jedi Knight. Thanks for coming, man. And I saw on, I don't know if this was on YouTube or I saw a link. Somebody said they actually saw a UCS Cantina at a Target, which is weird. So they thought that was exclusive, but I guess not. So I don't know how Target got a UCS Cantina, or a guy literally just brought his into Target and put it on the shelf so his video would go viral or something. We'll see you, Xanderland. Hey man, we'll have to talk. I'll have to talk Tron one of these days. I always forget about Tron. I shouldn't. So thanks for coming, Trandoshan. Or I'm sorry, Xanderland. And the rest of you guys are still hanging out. Hang out for another... Oh, it is 8:50. So I'm going to stop doing this. I think I've done enough here. And let me know if this is boring, just watching me build, tiles. It probably is. But so what I'm going to do now, and I'll turn the monitor on so we can see it, is walk you around the MOC a little bit. So I'm going to be very careful here that I don't show you the sneak preview for future. So here's a look at Mos Eisley, kind of walking you around. Now I have no idea what I'm showing you. And there is the transport there. It's a lot more rusty now. And there's the tower. Of course, there is the other Bantha. Okay, and now I'm going to have to be real sneaky about this. Get back. And hey, if you see over there and you see the Krayt Dragon area, then so be it. You guys get a little... Thank you, Trandoshan. I'm glad it's not that boring. Yeah, that was a very, very quick flyover. So I'm trying to think what we are going to do next on for our next live stream, which will be in 2 weeks. And so next week, I'm going to try this. I know some of the other YouTubers do this. And they do have a Q&A session. So I'm going to attempt that next week at my computer instead of doing a live stream with building. And just do Q&A with you guys, and you'll see my face, old Leaky's face. So we're going to do that next Sunday, same time at 8 o'clock. Please join us. And again, we'll put that on the Instagram. And guys, remember to follow us on Instagram. We got it brand new. It's _LoBricks. We also we have a Patreon account or patron account. And Assistant has got his minifigure videos coming on Friday, and I think he does reviews on Saturday, so that's still coming. And this Wednesday again, we are showing you, and actually you saw a lot of it here, but we're going to see it up close and personal, along with the new Scavenger Boba Fett. Although in the video, I gotta have a different head, and I think, oh geez, who was it? It was somebody in the comments. Told me, I think his name was Nikto, he said to use the 501st heads. Because every other Mandalorian up to this point, when you take their helmet off, it's just a black head. However, the 501st guys, they actually had the clone Tamura Morrison face. So that's what I used on my wandering Boba Fett. So you're going to see him in the video. He's in the thumbnail as well. And... so let's see what else is going on. Don't forget to always like our videos. Tell your friends and subscribers. We are going to do another promo coming soon. I want to give away. We got some old stuff. For example, and I'm going to go grab it real quick. I'll be right back. Since we got the UCS Cantina set, we got this cool new, I think this is I always forget what this is, but I have my original one. So this really doesn't fit on the MOC anymore. So we might do some sort of giveaway one of these days. And I'm thinking probably on a live stream. So you guys definitely show up for the live stream. Maybe in a Q&A session coming up. We're going to give this guy away and some other stuff. We have an old Bantha still. We gave one to Bot Scrub, who was in our very first live stream, and he got it just in time for Christmas, so it was very cool. And so let's take one last look in the chat room here. Garandan fan, something funny. It's Mos Pelgo is so really similar to a city where you live, a little mining town in the desert. So you're not just in Chile, Garandan fan. You're actually out in the desert. So how's your traffic there? The other guy from Chile, Diego, keeps saying it's horrible. All right, so one last look at the bounty hunters before I put them back up on the wall. Han Solo, unfrozen Han Solo. I should just have the Slave 1 be able to detach so I can show them. Everybody loves the Slave 1. So again, guys, I really appreciate you for coming tonight. I know there was only a smaller set than normal, but I love that everybody participated in the chat room. So thanks to Carter, Xanderland, Jedi Knight, Garandaf fan, Trandosian. Thanks everybody for coming earlier on. I remember I saw Luke the Nuke, Alyssa Zarilli, Jedi Knight, and I think he already left for dinner. But I really wanted to appreciate you guys coming out again. Oh, here we go. The traffic in Chile. Traffic's more normal. My city's in the desert, but it's a normal city, shopping mall and everything. You just get your Legos a little late, right? Oh, cool, Trandosian. Shout in your last video. And I got to check out your channel. I think I subscribed. After I get off tonight, I'm going to go and check out your video, and I'll look for our shout out. But appreciate it, man. Appreciate you shouting us out in the video. And we'll have to do the same. I'll do the same for you. Us MOC guys have to stick together. So with that, guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully I have an assistant back next time. Let me know. I was all by myself, so hopefully I did okay. Hey, Turtle Sneak Productions getting in right at the end. Thanks for coming. And again, follow us on Instagram. Make sure you like this video, like all of our videos. That'd be awesome. Subscribe to us. The MOC video is coming out on Wednesday, and we're actually walking through Mos Pelgo pre-Crate Dragon. Thanks, Trandosian. I appreciate it, man. Glad you guys had fun. We will see you next week, and I'm gonna call it on the stream at 8:57. Oh, I guess we got 3 more minutes, so I'll read what's going on in the chat room. Look for the city, Sierra Gorda, Chile. It's the real life Mos Pelgo. I'll have to check that out. AC Finks, welcome. Thanks for coming, man. Appreciate it. And we'll keep it open for another couple of minutes. Got to do the full hour. And I'm trying to think, there was one other thing when I was in the Bricks and Minifig store. I know there was Max Rebo. Oh, I know what it was. One other guy said there's one of the Cantina figures, and he was actually, it's the big white guy with kind of a little snout. And I think he was actually in a Clone Wars episode. They made a minifigure of him. It was Tensei, and I think it was from the first season of Clone Wars. It was another snow planet that Obi-Wan and Anakin went to. So he had one there, but he wanted $19 for it. And on a Bricklink, I saw that it was only about $7. So I guess it really depends. You got to really shop around for your minifigures. And so I'm like, hey, Bricks and Minifig guy, where are you getting the prices from? And there must be this universal price list out there. Hey, man, thanks, Turtle Sneak. I appreciate it. That's very cool. And AC Fink and Grandafan, stay. So if you're on the desert, Grandafan, it's probably warm. It's probably hot. We're basically sitting here in Michigan in 6 inches of snow. So got nothing better to do than build Legos right now. But appreciate it, Turtle Sneak Productions. Appreciate it, AC Fink. Trandosian, I'm going to check out your video as soon as I get off here. And we will see you guys on. I'm going to call it for the night. We will see you guys on Wednesday at the MOC. Again, next Sunday is going to be a Q&A live stream instead of a build live stream. So in 2 weeks, I'm going to drag assistant back out here so I don't have to talk the whole time. as my voice is starting to go. I'll have to get some water too. But I appreciate you guys all coming one last time. Please like, please subscribe. And we will see you guys all next time. Thanks for coming. May the Force be with you.